Star Trek The Motion Picture, the Director's Edition, The Complete Adventure. This massive new box set that was released either late 2022, early 2023. Doesn't matter. It's 2025 and I'm talking about it now. So yeah, like I said, very late to the party. But look, The Motion Picture, in my opinion, a very, I don't know if misunderstood is the right word. I mean, it probably leans more towards being an underrated film. There are a lot of people that will poo-poo all over The Motion Picture. And look, you know, it comes out in 1979, re-establishes Star Trek on the big screen. A lot of people were very much looking forward to it. You know, Star Wars had come out, you know, between the original series ending and The Motion Picture coming out. And a lot of people were hoping that Star Trek could be the big cultural splash that Star Wars was. That wasn't the case. The film was a cultural and commercial disappointment. Although, saying that, the film still made an awful lot of money. And of course, you know, what came off the back of it? We ended up getting, you know, a bunch of movies and revitalised the franchise, and we'd end up getting 600,000 new TV shows. That is an exaggeration, by the way. I'm exaggerating. I'm being very flippant. What I want to do today is I want to give you my thoughts on this, the Complete Adventure Blu-ray 4K HD box set. By the way, a bit of a disclaimer, I do not have a clue what I'm talking about really when it comes to anything, but particularly when it comes to technical details. So if you're looking for someone to give you some thoughts on the actual kind of technical setup of the film, whether it be things like you know, bit rates and, you know, what HDR is and all that kind of stuff, I don't know. I just know that it looks really good, and I'll go into a bit more detail into that shortly. But hey, I think I might have a bit of a problem. So I've got this. I've also got the Director's Edition, which came out in 2001. This is actually an original copy that I've had since I was like a kid. I've obviously got the Motion Picture on Blu-ray. This is not the Director's Edition. This is just the standard theatrical cut. I've also got it on the Blu-ray box set, which I think is basically just this version. Bit of a crown jewel of the collection. I've got this as well, which is basically just this, put in a fancy packet. And also, apparently, this is number 1792 out of 5,000. So, I mean, that obviously drove up the price by, you know, a whole bunch. Trying to make a point here is physical media. I'm a huge advocate for physical media. Look, I've got a massive collection on iTunes. I'm subscribed to just about every single streaming platform there is, including Paramount Plus. My goodness, what a terrible platform that is. The thing is it doesn't matter how many, you know, how easy it is to access all this stuff. You know, you're downstairs and you want to watch a film, you know, you want to slap on the motion picture and you don't want to have to come upstairs and get the box out and take it downstairs, and you know, it's a convenience. But the thing is if you've got a digital collection, that stuff can get yoinked at any moment. You basically pay for a license. You don't actually own the film outright. Own the physical media. If you truly love a film, maybe don't go crazy and buy every single thing that's ever existed, but we love this stuff, right? And I like the boxes. I like the way it looks. Speaking of liking the box, let's get into this review now that I've done all the disclaimers. So the big question though is this worth the money that it costs? So I spent about 70 quid on this. I don't know what the conversion rate is. Let's just say it's nearly $100 for this box set. Is it worth that money? Packaging, as you can see, it looks really, really nice. It looks really good. Artwork, I mean, these things always look good, don't they? But, you know, we've got these really nice kind of lighting flourishes. The Enterprise is warping towards Vija, presumably. And we've got some really nice kind of reincorporation of the rainbow colours in the warp trail. Very reminiscent of Bob Peake's iconic artwork. As a nice looking piece to sit in your collection. Good. Thumbs up. Opening up the pack. So it's all cardboard. It's all quite glossy. Opens up, we've got a nice little message from Robert Wise. That's very kind of him, considering the fact he's been dead since 2005, I think. So the box folds out into this. So we've got this nice. This is original artwork from the promotional material from the film. Kind of recaptures the shot of the Enterprise as it crosses the planet with the sunrise. I think that's very, very nice. One of my big issues with this set is the paper disc holders. I mean, this is $100 set, And the issue is it's very, very difficult to get these discs out. Like, I really don't want to damage the cardboard box here, but like, you really have to dig your finger underneath. There's not a lot of give on these plastic slips. You don't want to risk damaging the disc, and I'm really having to bend that disc. I don't know if you can see, but to pull that disc out is actually quite a lot of effort. And I know they've probably gone kind of eco-friendly with this, but I would have preferred some plastic dual casing just to kind of pop the discs out. It's an expensive set, and this is quite a cheap kind of solution for it. I mean, it looks nice. The discs do obscure the artwork, though, which is kind of a pain in the ass. It's a shame the print isn't perhaps like isn't mimicking the design. That would have made it kind of cool, and for an OCD like me, I would have spent ages trying to match it up, but that's definitely a knock against it. What we've got is we've got 3 discs. So we've got the director's edition, and then we've got the original theatrical cut, and the special longer cut, which I'll go into more in a minute, and we've got bonus features in this third and final disc, which you can't see because I'm not very good with the camera. All of the versions of the film are rendered in 4K, which is very nice. Obviously, don't buy it if you haven't got a 4K Blu-ray player. The box set also comes with a load of additional features. Some people will love this, and some people just won't care. If that is the case, if you don't care about any of this stuff, just buy the director's edition standard release. It's only going to cost you like less than $20. So, but I like some of this stuff. I don't think I'm ever going to use any of it. So we've got. I'm kind of disappointed that it's not bigger. This is kind of quite a small. Yeah, no one's going to see this, but it's the artwork for the director's edition re-release, but it's a tiny little poster, but it's still nice to have, I guess. We've also got this Motion Pictures Archive booklet, which includes lots of artwork. It's nice. It's I can't imagine it's something that you're ever going to put on your coffee table. These are actually like my favourite things from the set. Got some some decal reproductions. Apparently they're recreated from the original promotional materials, and if that is the case, that's really cool. But we've also got these reproduction bumper stickers, so beam me up Mr. Spock, which I don't think has ever been said ever. Federation vehicle, alright, and Star Trek the Motion Picture. Cool, thanks for that. Finally, we've also got these photo cards from the original press release pack. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it's nice. Is it an essential thing? Is it something that justifies the relative expense of this box set? No, I don't think so. You know, the box set is a nice thing to have, but what about the actual quality of the film, right? You know, I started off this video by saying that it's, there are some fans in the fandom that still consider it to be a bit of a stinker, and I'm definitely not one of those people. I do remember when I was a kid, the film was definitely a challenging watch. I was like, why would I watch this when I could just watch First Contact, or just one of the more stimulating films is probably the best word to use. The wonderful thing about getting older is you are opened to new experiences, and you come to appreciate things, and the motion picture is definitely something that I've come to experience a whole lot more as time's gone by. But I do think a massive part of the reason why I've come to appreciate the motion picture more is because of the director's edition. Robert Wise gets the opportunity to essentially finish his vision, because the film was so rushed that he didn't even have a chance to really give it his kind of final polish. According to legend, I mean, the reels were still wet when they were being delivered for the premiere. It was a rush job, and Robert Wise unfortunately never got the chance to finish it, and it was one of the very last films that he would go on to make. He only made a couple more films after this. I think he made one more theatrical release, and then the next one was a made-for-TV movie, and then that was pretty much it. I don't know whether that was because he had such an unenjoyable and unpleasant experience making this film. There's definitely a lot of stories out there that he definitely struggled. He had some challenges making this film, but it's lovely that he was able to give this film the kind of the director's cut and make it his before he passed away. Massive credit to people like Mike Matessino and Darren Doctorman and people like that who encouraged him and were a very vital part of this kind of restoration. Robert Wise's cut, the director's edition, is a vastly better version than the theatrical cut. Let's not even really talk about the special longer version, which is on this set, by the way. And my recommendation to you is, if you have not seen the special longer version and you're wondering, should I give that a go? No. There's basically the TV cut, so an extended version of the film, and they threw in a load of deleted scenes and padded it out with some longer versions of other scenes, and it really adds nothing to the film. And one of the kind of long-standing nicknames for the motion picture is it's the slow motion picture, because it just takes ages to get anywhere, and it's very, glacially paced. If you're one of those people and you're thinking, I should give this film another go, do not give the special longer version a go, because it is boring. But the director's edition, though, is much breezier, much more enjoyable. The pacing it's actually, I think it's a longer cut. I think it's slightly longer. The pacing is improved. It's a visual restoration as well as an audio one, Dolby Atmos, and it makes all of the sound pop much better. Jerry Goldsmith's score doesn't require much enhancement, but it just sounds truly wonderful. Even to the sound of the Enterprise hum and the sound effects from Vija and all that kind of stuff. It was a good sounding film before this, and it's an even better sounding film now. The visuals always were impressive. I mean, you've got the film's visuals were worked on initially by Douglas Trumbull, a real visionary, very important to the sci-fi genre. Worked on 2001 with Stanley Kubrick, did Silent Running, which is a film that I think still looks wonderful. I watched that recently. Very, very important to the industry. His work is terrific, and people might think I'm insane for saying this, but I really think the motion picture stands up along with films like Silent Running, 2001 Space Odyssey, and Blade Runner as being some of the best looking science fiction on the big screen I've ever seen. I stand by that. I think it's a marvellous looking film. But with this enhancement, with it looking crisper than ever, it accentuates the strengths of the film. The visuals, the sound. This genuinely is the best the film has ever looked. And whether you're buying this set or whether you're buying the stripped down Blu-ray version, you'll never want to watch it any other way. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Thoughts on the film? Like, going back to what I was saying, is I think it's massively underrated. Yes, is the film guilty of focusing a little bit more on the technical aspects and favouring that over character dynamics? Yes. But again, the Robert Wise version does a little bit more with the character stuff. We get a little bit more interactions between Spock and Kirk and McCoy. The Ilea and Deckard stuff just feels a little bit more fleshed out. One more thing that I will say before I wrap this up, because I have been rambling for ages. There are new effect shots in the new restoration. They look fantastic. They look really good, and they integrate seamlessly with this film. When you see Vija, the ship emerge from the cloud as it enters Earth's orbit, I mean, it's obviously something that's been added in. A couple of shots as the Enterprise first encounters Vija and kind of nullifies that threat. They do stand out, but not in a way that's going to have you go, does that make sense? It's not really going to interrupt and negatively impact the viewing experience. You're going to go, oh, that looks really good. And then you'll continue to be wowed by the rest of the visuals. So it's a really nice kind of seamless experience. In terms of the actual physical, the thing that you see on screen, a tremendous job by all, and it's so wonderful that we finally have Robert Wise's final vision of the film in the best technology possible for right now. Scores high in that regard, but I have to wrap this up because we'll be here forever. Is this worth $100? For me, yes. But I'm a crazy person, as established, who will spend money on multiple copies of the same thing. I'm probably never going to use the bumper stickers, but I like bumper stickers. So for me, absolutely. However, if you're just someone and you've got this and the Blu-ray of the film, I don't really see what else this is going to offer you. There's an 8-part series which details the creation and the development of the director's edition. But other than that, a lot of the other bonus features are kind of just carried over from past releases. Ultimately, if you're paying, let's say the film $20, you're essentially paying $80 for some bumper stickers and for some new special features. No, I don't think so. But hey ho, you do you. In terms of an actual score, I'm going to give this release a 6 out of 10. The film, which I'm far higher on than some other people, I'm giving the motion picture in the director's edition format a decent 7 out of 10. Do you own this box set? What did you think? I'd love to know. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you find a way to use the bumper stickers? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I'm the Trek Lad. You stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one.